Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. We're going to keep this clean. Touch gloves. Good luck.
I'm scared, bro.
A championship of the world. Madison Square Garden doesn't get much bigger than this. And Teo comes out.
Lopez, the question is, how fire with fire? I don't G against the power punch.
Right, he said he wants that foot.
That was a hit on the break.
Lost between two. They've been jawing all week. Kambosos.
As a good dude, get respect.
Going for the first round knock on it. Tonight.
Now, Kambosos has shown fight fire with fire. Last two opponents, Lee Selby and Lopez.
To go looking for the knockout, just over-aggressive, the timing of it already.
Points, while Lopez looks for the
left hook from Kambosos. Knockout for Lopez, Kambosos.
That's for sure.
Oh,
that was such a short right hand right there by Teofimo.
Right hand connected. And then Kambosos not going anywhere, though.
Yeah, that was two Kambosos, and you're right, he took it pretty well.
Another one in there. Kambosos just needs right hands.
He's eating 4 right hands and still up
with his opponent.
Oh! One from George Kambosos, and the takeover went down.
That's what happens when you go looking for the knockout. Teofimo just...
Lopez said, "I'll catch him," and he just down. Incredible stuff. Lopez says, "You wanted a fight." He feels like he's 10 feet tall and 500 pounds right now. Down. Not going to take
corner. Teofimo Lopez, you doing? Get out of here already. Justin after a round like that.
Get easy. What a start this fight. Sir,
I'm enjoying the show, man. I mean, Kambosos and Teofimo come out firing.
Kambosos told us, he said if he wants the round.
The action is speaking for
Teofimo. Looks so much first round knockdown.
The body shot side. Teofimo needs to do now. Aim at the
right. This crowd is stunned.
And rights to the body, keeping the elbows in by Kemp.
You still feel like it's a lot harder, don't you?
Absolutely. He's looking for that right hand. And he could shoulder roll as well.
Kambosos there. He's trying to time a little overly aggressive, throwing it, and he's coming close to landing a big.
Teofimo has a great jab. I go right now with that right hand. Teofimo fights better with couch, and Kambosos just time.
Kambosos again.
This is the punch that almost put him down again. Overhand right by George Kambosos.
Kambosos has hewed on his body. Heritage has not retreated in this fight.
Right.
Prized at the strategy of Kambosos here.
Thus, he was going to do what surprised the onslaught of counter, really looking for Lopez to lean in so he can throw that short right.
We know how hard it is for Lopez to cut. Do you think that'll play a factor?
Legs, that's when you start. But right now, heavy low. He's right there.
31 landed punches for Lopez.
Them behind the jab. Are looking for the exact same, everything off the jab right hand.
Nice uppercut. The left hand that caught Kambosos landed perhaps for Lopez in this.
So even when it looks like the landing big,
needed to do, Sergio, has got to get his respect. Everson answers back.
He answers.
Nice right hand for Lopez, who wishes he had a few more seconds to work with.
Oh, that rock.
Touch the body, right?
It's the jab that I've been seeing from Kambosos. It's a power jab. That's getting the attention.
Lopez Sr. told Junior that was your best round. Who put Lopez.
Teofimo turning southpaw here.
Not sure I love that. Are really adept guys like Terrence Crawford has been shown over these last by Lopez. There was obviously an eager all week long, but after that knockdown we've seen over the last round plus.
He's having a hard time getting them punches between.
Punch at his corner. Nice right to Teo.
He's taking the fight to Teo.
For Kambosos.
From Lopez there.
watching his son with Sean Porter. Teofimo Lopez's dad is going to throw in the...
Lopez falling, Kambosos. That Lopez should be throwing, and it's Teofimo Lopez.
Another stiff jab. Kambosos round for him to bounce back. There was Lopez, who had a solid last. Bosos go!
Listen.
Kambosos taking it to the champ, and it all starts with the most basic punch, the jab. But he turned into that hook. Teofimo needs to watch.
Change there, but Teofimo Lopez got the worst in the corner. You see that a lot when fight.
And maybe he did. What we've seen so far from Kambosos.
Absolutely, Kambosos.
Joining us, Kambosos put Lopez on with an overhand right. It was a 10-8, then holding in his own.
Comes in with that right hand. There it is again.
Look at Chris Mannix's
Round for Kambosos, 8:37 makers who thought he would get
was Lopez.
fair because Lopez win over Richard Comey. He beat, you saw Cam did, but his last two wins far that he's on that level.
The inactivity from Teo, this to go into the second half of the, it looks like it's going in that direction.
Lopez got out to a, but the second half of the fight, Lomachenko in many people's eyes.
He still finished off.
As Lopez fires back. Takeover.
Step back.
Oh, and another over Kambosos.
And Kambosos was throwing this right hand over the top. We know that.
He's throwing that right hand off the jab. Too often in this fight, I've seen him kind of...
Lopez is having...
And Sergio, when you go into a fight, and all of a sudden he's still, after 5 rounds, and
changes drastic. Everything that you thought was going to happen, what jab, and just focus on the body. Bosa's just been backing up the...
another right.
activity from Teofimo. Jab and throwing nations.
Lopez has been knocked down, was in his perfect, got off the canvas and won by a... That was not the case here tonight.
Punches, but right here, he needs to... Kambosos looking to... He's caught in between, Teofimo is.
And Lopez, like, what is this guy doing? It's supposed to happen.
Kambosos has done that.
Pivots away, takes the fight right. Just brilliant strategy right here by George Kambosos.
Seen a ton of that from either fighter.
Let's dive Kambosos.
Swelling over the nice right hand again from Kambosos. He's trying. Oh, and a left hand right at the bell.
And there's a right hand by Kambosos, but it's set up by the jab.
What is Kambosos doing different than Lomachenko?
Right off the bat, Teofimo has to
Came into that fight with a little bit of power. Kambosos during this fight has shown any real respect for the power of Lopez.
Yeah, he had to get out of those early, which he did, and he took the...
You're not wrong, Sergio, but a pretty big dip bounce.
In this round. Right hand, textbook work.
Teofimo's big shoulder.
Seeing.
Coming out, that was an amateur move. You got to keep that happen. You get knocked down. You don't respect the fighter at all on the score.
Undisputed, and like Jessica McCaskill can call.
Teofimo Lopez, this range to throw, just stand there looking for one.
Make no doubt about it. This isn't a Lopez wanted. This is he wanted to dispatch and think about him again, send him back as other plans. Oh, nice uppercut.
Bosos, he knows that this man's best.
Bosos told us, listen, if I get it, Lopez is in trouble. Well, we're about to head to the 8th.
And there's that jab, and once again, that right hand. Teofimo cannot get away from that.
Upsets of the year on the canvas in round 1, and then held his own. And it's been ring rust has something to do with it, or was it simply overpin? See in the corner of Lopez.
Urgency to Teofimo Lopez to throw that jab more. Don't just flick it out. Follow it up with right hands.
And there's Chris Mannix's scorecard, 4 points ahead.
Control over these landing, cleaner shots. Great work in there.
In the middle of combination, Kambosos comes right back.
So to Mannix's scorecard that Pez, excuse me, George Camp not here with us tonight, but he might be watching. Either way, Camp 3, if he doesn't make mistakes, but all it takes someone is. goes, listen, I don't, George Kambosos said, talking himself up back down an inch. I'm going to knock overhand.
That hurt.
Kambosos bouncing on his.
Body shot on the inside by Lopez.
And they wing it out at the end of the round.
Right hand there by Teofimo Lopez. Later in the round, Kambosos held his own with body shots.
Both landing a fight high 19 punch.
Hold his own in exchanges.
Kambosos, one thing he said to us, I have been sparring, including a stint sparring, confidence that he'd be able to do this.
Let's send it up, speed Chris out.
Making everything work right now. Teofimo is lit fast, and now he expected to be over already.
Chris Mannix has Kambosos Jr.
That with Mickey Bay in the state, that with Lee Selby. Wait, he leaves it up to the backyard.
8.95 landed for Sergio.
It really is, and I'm just frustration with Teofimo. He wants to land. Last thing you should do when you're frustrated. Go back to the simple.
Coming in, Teofimo Lopez, because...
Well, Rand, a game at hand. Kambosos looks unsteady. Pez teeing off, but Kambosos...
The look right now on Teofimo Lopez's anxiousness.
The crowd buzzing, they sense some...
Just can't get hit with those shots. That Teofimo's bound to catch. Big right hand by Teofimo Lopez landed flush, and that's the first time I've seen Kambosos show weakness.
Can continue the momentum. Native by way of Brooklyn.
Yes, absolutely. It's in the air. Ferocious look in his eye.
Can't abandon his game plans. Got to keep the rounds. Was that he was Pez brilliantly. Can't slow down that.
9 full rounds, and it's getting closer.
4 in favor of last round, the 9th round.
Oh, and is that a knockdown? It is!
It was a chopping right hand that he landed in the past fight.
Lopez is one of the better finishers in boxing. A minute 45.
Let's see how much this has left. He tried to go toe-to-toe. Going for Campton and right.
You're Lopez, don't just, and Harvey Dock, the red score and knockout that way.
Finally starting to talk track.
What a war. We're one punch. But the momentum shifted with that.
This feels like a missed opportunity. If even through punches, I would have picked up a stoppage.
If Teofimo comes in, Kambosos like that.
What a battle here. Thing we could have asked and more.
We've seen an incredible heart from George.
Just barely missed.
Pushed himself out a little bit.
Both these guys, Teofimo's fighting in front of a mirror.
Championship round, George. He's tapping him away, George, with that jab. Set him up with the right hand.
It could very well come down to these. Both men have been down. 494.
These all belong to a tremendous rally.
Counter right. And everything's land.
From there, everything gets set up upstairs. That's a...
Oh, and a nice right hand. Keys out. He gets right back in. Dad,
eyes open.
looking
Target
on.
that right eye.
Gash over the left eye of Lope.
Question trickling down the left side of his eye. It's Kambosos.
Lopez is just looking for that around Lopez. And all with that jab.
You know, I don't think Teofimo fought in these last 3.
It's overconfidence. It's a perfect storm of rounds.
Seemingly was giving this round away.
Now the question is I didn't see a clash of heads in this round.
Neither did I. The right hand.
Cut right now, dive Teofimo Lopez.
Good catch. Just what a round for the Australian. He's and a right hand.
Here's the left hand slash uppercut slash jab.
Teofimo Lopez, the quarter tried its best to bleed it.
They will not stop this fight.
To win the 12th.
Last year, he may have to dig deep in this this round and win this.
Kambosos up by one.
Picked up the 1 round away.
He looked down and out, gassed in the 10th, 11th. Can he win the 12th? Right hand, winding up the right hand. It seems like Lopez still.
And Sergio, this is what George, those months, all those, father died, he kept training. He is for this moment for a long time.
Blood continues to pour out of the Teofimo Lopez. Many thought it in the park for a hellacious 12. Under a minute to go.
Kambosos is not going at the power of Teofimo. He is still
to go. Australia's to be going crazy.
bottom this 12th round.
10 minutes left.
George Kambosos just fought.
What